Is it possible that your green smoothie might be working against you? That's right. Is it bad for you? Well, you guys know I love green smoothies. I talk about them all the time. They have so many amazing health benefits, everything from detoxing your liver, getting those hormones balanced, and giving us that glowing skin and hair that we all so desperately want. But here's the problem, and I see this all the time in the patient room where we just have green smoothies wrong some of the time. So in this video, I want to break down why your green smoothie may not be working for you, what to avoid, and then we're going to make one of my favorite recipes together. All right, so let's break it down. Why in the world is a green smoothie bad for you? Well, here's what we found and what I've seen firsthand. Now let's talk about all the prepped green smoothies that are out there, right? You're like me, you're tired, you're hungry, you go grab something off the shelf. We've got some different prepped green smoothies here. Here's the problem. When they're prepped and sitting on the shelf, any of those different smoothie blends out there, we are losing the nutrient qualities of many of the ingredients. That's right, it's actually going down in the amount of fiber and vitamin A and vitamin C and all the stuff we really want to nourish our skin, hair, and all our different organs, including the liver. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is that a lot of these are made with lots of juice, fruit juices in particular. And guess what that does, guys? It drives up our sugar. Like some of these have 50 grams of sugar in it. I tell patients all the time and try to follow the rule of staying under 25 grams of sugar. So that's a big problem. And that's a problem because sugar can worsen candida. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole spiel about candida right now, but if you want to learn more about candida, check out my other videos. I've talked a lot about candida and the effects that it has on the body. All right, so we don't want the fruit juices. We don't want it sitting on the shelf. The other issue with a lot of these are that they have functional ingredients in them, right? The label looks beautiful. In fact, if we picked up one of these, it might have spirulina, it might have chlorella, but it's such a tiny amount. It's not really working for us, and it's giving us this false sense of security that we're really doing what we need to do for our bodies. So those are some of the reasons the prepped ones don't work. But let's talk about when we actually get in the kitchen and we're dumping, which we're going to do in just a minute, and trying to make our own. Well, oftentimes we fall into the same trap. We're using fruit juice instead of water as the base. So again, we're driving up that sugar level. We're doing more fruit compared to the amount of greens and vegetables. So that also is driving up the sugar level. Or you might be guilty of this if you're a mom like me. We're dumping a whole lot of sweetener in there, just desperate to get our kids to try even one sip, but we're taking down the nutrient quality and again, increasing the overall sugar content. So these are the things we want to avoid, and we want to make green smoothies that work, and we want them to work for us. All right, so now you know what to avoid when it comes to a green smoothie. Let's get ready to make a green smoothie, and I really want you guys to know my 5 favorite ingredients for making any green smoothie, and I really don't overthink it. Here are my rules. Hopefully these will be helpful when you're making your own green smoothies at home. So first of all, I like to use a variety of greens. So some of my favorite greens are going to be kale, spinach, Swiss chard, some of which we have laid out right here. Secondly, I always pick something that'll give it a little bit more consistency than a juice. So I like adding maybe half a banana to it or half an avocado, but that gives it a creamier texture, which is actually a lot more filling. The third is I'm always worried about fiber. So adding in flax seeds, chia seeds. Don't add psyllium husk. I tried that. It was a total disaster. But adding in some sort of seed to up the fiber content of your green smoothie is another helpful hint. So I would pick, if I had to narrow down to 5, I would pick kale, spinach, banana, avocado, flax or chia, I'm going to dump those in one category, and any one of your favorite fruits, whether it's apples, pears, berries, whatever you'd like to choose. All right, having said all that, let's get ready to make this smoothie. We call this the grocer's green smoothie because really, you can probably dump anything in there. We're going to start with our base. Notice how I'm using water as the base. I have about 6 to 8 ounces of water. I'm pouring it directly into my Vitamix, which yes, is still my favorite blender of all time. Then I have measured out a mix of different greens. I didn't stick to one here. This is a mix of everything from spinach, kale, Swiss chard, beetroots, all kind of mixed up and mashed up together. So think about it. You're in the refrigerator. It's kind of towards the end of the week. Everyone's looking sad when it comes to our greens. Chop them up, put them together, dump them to make the base of your green smoothie. All right, let's get all these greens in here. Next ingredient, of course, is the fruit. For this particular recipe, we've chosen berries. I've got some strawberry, a little bit of cantaloupe, mixed berries. Again, it doesn't have to be scientific. You can just kind of have fun with it. There's some wild blueberries in there too. And remember, wild blueberries, really high in those antioxidants. So again, feeding those cells, feeding those mitochondria, right? We talk about the mitochondria powering our skin, our muscles, our brain, and so much more. This is a nutritional powerhouse right where we have it. But we're going to keep going. We're going to add a little pinch of chia seeds to it for added fiber. One of the biggest mistakes I keep seeing over and over again is people not getting the fiber we need. So wherever we can dump it in, we want to get it in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cover it. Now, smoothies, remember, are a wonderful opportunity to add additional things in that you may not remember to take during the day. I have that issue too. So you can add a scoop of collagen to this for your collagen booster. You can add a prebiotic or a probiotic. This is my belly fix. You can add a scoop of that to this as well. But again, have fun with it. Make it something that really gives you the energy and the nutrients that you desire. All right, we've got all our amazing ingredients in here. Let's go ahead and get ready to blend this thing up. And again, I'm using this Vitamix, which I love, but you don't have to. I'm done. Now we just need to pour. And if you want it to look pretty, make your kids have it, whatever your motivation might be, you can decorate it a little bit. So I've got some grated coconut that I'm going to put on top as well. Some people I know will put like a little bit of leaf or a mint or something like that on there, but here we are, we're ready. Cheers. Super easy. Have fun with it. And remember, you're just trying to get those nutrients in. And if you can do it, it's better than all the prepped blends. Just avoid some of the things that make a green smoothie bad. All right, remember, I post new videos every week. And on the recipe report, we have so many great videos really dedicated to getting your liver healthy and keeping those hormones balanced. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, we are in this together. I want you to join my growing Superwoman Circle because we need each other to stay superpowered.